2nd and 9. Off the fake. Purdy gets out of the backfield and then is taken down at the 12-yard line. Leonard Williams is there.
A presence at that spot.
Every football fan knows. Last guy picked in the draft, dancing around, trying to pick up that first down, and does. 16 times this season to go with his 17 receptions. 3rd and 1. Purdy fires open, juggling, makes the grab, and then taken down is Samuel. Can't think of anybody who loves to play the game more than Kittle. Purdy escaping again, backing away, throwing, caught. A collect call upstairs to say what the hell's going on down here. From the 24-yard line, 49ers have the ball. Purdy in the pocket, fires open. Mason almost gets the first down. He's a yard shy. 2nd and 1. Jenkins makes the stop. We go to Cayley.
Utilizing the tools that they taught him, but giving it his own personality.
Purdy dancing, wide open, making the grab. Samuel, the tackle is missed. Debo off to the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. 76 yards.
Great job here to utilizing both these receivers. Ayuk on the outside takes the corner with him. Safety gets overlaid, takes a chance right there by trying to almost missed him when he was trying to go either for the football or trying to hit Debo Samuel, but that is a tough thing to do in open space. But the design of that play.
Drive begins at the 6-yard line. Purdy, good protection, throws, caught. Kittle, gain of about 5 up to the 11-yard line. Dotson making the tackle there.
A few more carries tonight running back there.
I would bet on it. Fake to Garendo. Fired over the middle. Out to almost midfield goes Brandon Ayuk, who makes his first grab of the night.
Talk about the linebackers when you run the football. You get that run game going, you got to respect it and get downhill, and now look at that throwing lane right over top of Dotson. We just talked about the challenge on the eyes, and look at the rhythm there of Purdy off that play action. Hitch, ball out, perfectly thrown.
Samuel in the backfield. He flares out. Purdy's going to run. You know, he doesn't get enough credit for what he does. Caught, and that's a first down. Jawan Jennings. Purdy, deep drop. Sideline open. Kittle down the sideline. He goes bouncing off the Seahawks. And another big play. Purdy throws, and right at the pylon, ruled a touchdown. Kittle makes the catch. Right at the pylon, big spike. And this time the 49ers pay off a long drive.
Create that confusion with that bunch with 3 receivers. What a throw, and how about Kittle? The athletic ability to get both his feet down. Just completely perfect execution. Throw, catch, and the feet for the touchdown in that red zone.
Patrick Taylor is the back. Throw it to him. Taylor. 12-yard gain. Sets up to face Jennings. Meanwhile, here is Samuel still fighting his way. Purdy hit as he throws. That's caught at the 30, but shy of the first down.
Basically cost him 70 yards of field position.
Exactly. Purdy, pump fake, out of the end zone, throws, Juszczyk, the Harvardian, up to the 20-yard line. Fires, caught. That's Ayuk to the 41-yard line. Purdy, shoulder shake, throws into traffic. Kittle, touchdown, his second.
They get both of the backs, the fullback and the running back, clear out. It takes two defenders with them, and now it's just one-on-one in the middle. Great job. That's a matchup.